Confidence Women Podcast, where we talk about all things God, faith, and purpose. I'm your host, Rachel Penn and Jennifer Gilbert, here to remind you that confidence begins with confidence. Get ready for real conversation, powerful testimonies, and encouragement to help you walk boldly in your calling.
Hey guys, happy Tuesday. I am so elated that y'all can make it here today on this amazing Tuesday. Guys, we're doing a whole series and I am so elated and excited about this series. I want you to really grab your pen and paper. I really want you to get your pen and paper out. Y'all know I started the confidence community because I believe in uplifting women. I believe that we all are gifted and talented, and we just need other women to help cheer us on and motivate us and keep us going. But then, as I was doing the confidence women, we did the 30 days of negative talk. And even though we did the 30 days, some people still have not fully pivoted, fully changed. And that's because we have some things that are rooted in us. We have some things that have caught seed that has grown inside us, and we need to get those things out. And how do we get them? First, we have to acknowledge that they're here, right? And so, hey guys, I'm so glad that y'all joining us tonight. So what I want you to do is I want you to grab a pen and a paper. I really want you to grab the pen and the paper. And I wrote us a song, y'all. So I'm gonna play it while y'all go get y'all pen and paper. Now, because I wrote it in AI, y'all, they said that I was using inappropriate words, which I don't know which inappropriate words I used. So some of the verbiage they made up on their own. So I'm gonna play this while y'all get y'all pen and paper. Get y'all pen and paper. Maybe I'm going to play it. Maybe I'm not going to play it. I thought I was going to play it. There you go.
I woke this morning feeling clear inside, ready for a new chapter, open and wide. Old thoughts drifting like clouds in the sky. Air feels lighter as they pass me by. I'm releasing what no longer fits me. Breathing in space, moving freely. Step by step, I rise calmly. This is my flow, steady and easy.
So I want y'all to grab y'all pen and y'all paper. I'm going to throw out some things. And I really want y'all, if it triggers you or it brings something inside of you, that's the thing I want you to write down.
Patterns from seasons with things.
All right. So I don't want that to be overpowering. So I'm gonna play it again later. Okay, so y'all got y'all pen and y'all paper? Because I actually don't even see YouTube talking. I don't even see Facebook talking today. Are y'all on there? Where y'all at? Put something in the comments so I know that y'all there. I see y'all TikTok. I can't help but see TikTok. All right, so we're gonna do the 3 R's, and we're going to recognize what the problem is. Then we're going to release the problem, which is the process. And then we're going to rise from it. Okay. And so how do we do that? That's what your pen and your paper is for. And so I'm going to name off 10 things. And if any of those things trigger you, if any of those things make you go, then that's your thing. I want you to write it down. Okay. Unspoken memories that stay too long. Unspoken memories that stay too long. That can be anything. So I'm going to use me. So when I was molested as a child, I allowed that unspoken memory to linger on all the way to my 30s. I mean, I used to be a fighter. Like anything you say, I'll be ready to give you the work, right? But that was unspoken. It's because I was holding in what had happened to me. And so it was causing me to be angry. It was causing me to be frustrated. So what is something that's unspoken that you might have spoken it out, but it's something that's inside of you that triggers? It's something from your past that still trigger you. Write it down. Plans that didn't go the way you envisioned them to go. I wanted my wedding to look like this, but it didn't go like that. I wanted my vacation to look like this. It didn't go like that. When I applied for this job, this is what I saw, and this is not what I got. Right? Plans that didn't go the way you envisioned. Write it down if that's a trigger. Feeling unseen or overlooked. Is that a trigger? Write it down. Shifts in trust or broken connections. I think that'd be all our triggers. Right? Shifts in trust or broken connections. And I want to marinate on that. I literally know people who be like, I don't really like hanging with dudes. Oh, I don't really like hanging with women. I don't like hanging with this color women. I don't like hanging with this type of women. I don't like hanging with people who make this type of money. Y'all know that's a trigger, right? Y'all know that that's something that's unspoken in you that didn't happen to you, because you know that not everybody in that same category are the same. Not every black female is the same. Not every white female is the same. Not every poor female is the same. Not every rich female is the same. Not every female in the middle class is the same, right? So that's a trigger for you. Comparing your steps to someone else's. Ouch. Comparing your steps to someone else's. How does that make you feel? Because you should not be comparing your steps to anybody else's. So if you do it, I want you to write it down, because I'm going to say this, and I said this on last show. If you do, this is a no judge zone. But if you do not acknowledge what your triggers are, if you do not acknowledge what your bitterness is, if you don't acknowledge this, you know what's going to happen? You're never going to fix it. You're never going to be able to truly walk out your greatness. You're never going to truly be better until you say, you know what, that's me. She talking to me. This is mine. Let me write that down. Lack of closure on unanswered question. Oh, this is so good. I personally know people who literally feel like they're stuck because they can't get closure. Guys, low key, Black Ninja, look, you can't make me give you closure. Amber, you can't make me give you closure. You cannot make somebody give you closure. So you got to write that down. You got to learn to live with the no closure. You got to learn to thrive with the no closure. You got to learn to not allow that non-closure to stop you from being who you meant to be, right? So that's a good one. So if that's you, write it down. Small offenses stacking up quietly. Oh, this is a good one. Small offensive, it is, Amber, it is so true. Small offenses stacking up quietly. Small offenses stacking up quietly is usually from something that is usually a old trigger. So what's a good example? So you go to work and you late, and then you get fussed at you get talked to at the job, and then you come home and your husband kind of talk to you, kind of tell you something in a way that you don't appreciate at home, and then now your children, and then now when you go back to what, oh, thank you, Amber. Domino effect. That's a great way to put it. It's just a domino effect. It wasn't the one occurrence. It wasn't that the boss even said it wrong. It wasn't that your husband said it wrong. It wasn't that the child did it wrong. It was just all the domino effects of the continuous, right? And it's just all those small offenses that just push you over the edge. But can I tell you a secret? It's really, that's also a trigger too. There's something that really triggered that also, and we got to get to the bottom of it. Number 8, holding back expressions or letting pride lead. That is so good. Holding back and letting pride lead. If that's you, write it down. Feeling stuck or powerless in certain situations. Feeling stuck or powerless in certain situations. Y'all know I love words. So what does that mean? I am amazingly and wonderfully made. I am created in his image. I just had a whole birthday party to say I am a big deal. I am a big deal in God's creation, right? But when you feel stuck and powerless in your circumstances, that's you need to write it down, because we got to get you past that, because you are wonderfully made. You are created in his image. You are created in greatness. Number 10, all patterns learn. Oh, this is good. All patterns learn from past environments. If that's you, write it down. All patterns learn from past environments. we learn something, and I'm going to use me because I'm 50. Okay. Don't judge. Okay. But if you learned something when you was 10 and you're now 20 and you know that it's wrong, or you've learned through life that it's not the right thing to do, I'm going to say this with my chest. You too old to still be doing it. I said it. If you learned something in your early teens and you know now as an adult, as in 21, 27, 30, 40, and you know that it's not a great behavior, you too old for that. Write that down. Those are all mindsets, all patterns that we picked up that was not great patterns to pick up. We didn't know no better. I'm not holding you accountable for it. I'm not saying that. I'm not judging you for it. What I'm saying is let's own that these are bad patterns. These are things that I have learned that are not great patterns. And I'm going to write these down because I don't want to do these bad patterns anymore. But you know why you keep doing the bad patterns? Because you ain't wrote them down. You know why you keep doing the bad patterns? Because you ain't held yourself accountable for the bad patterns. So write down. So is anybody brave enough to put in the comments a pattern that they wrote down? Is anybody brave enough to put in the comments a pattern that they wrote down? It's insanity to continue doing the same thing. And girl, it is. It is. And so that is such a good example of, so heck, let me see what example. I think that goes with all of them, honestly. That literally what you just go with everything. Every single thing that I said is literally just doing the same thing. If you're doing old patterns, if you're feeling stuck, if you're holding back, if you're holding offense, lack of closure, comparing, everything is the same thing. If you find yourself being triggered by the same thing, I'm going to say something. This is going to be an ouchie for you, and I get it. But actually, what's triggering you is no longer the problem. You're like, what? What does that even mean? That doesn't even make any sense. It does. It does make sense. Come on, God, give me a good example. Bring something to my remembrance. I can say that they gonna get. Come on, Amber, you got some good stuff in there. I was insane my whole life. Amber, we've all been insane our whole life. We all have been repeating the same vicious cycles. I'm going to use money as an example about insanity. I have. Oh my God, it's embarrassing to talk about it. The more money you make, the more money you should save, right? But the more money you make, the more money you spend. It's a cycle. Like she said, insanity doing the same thing over and over. But Oprah Winfrey said something and it resonated with me, and it's so true. No matter how much money you make, if you say to yourself, I'm going to put $20 aside, if you put that $20 aside, no matter how much money you make, you still put money to the side. If you say, I'm only going to allow my family and friends to borrow $50 a month, or $50 a check, or $50 every 2 weeks, if you hold yourself accountable to that, even when you make $30,000 a month, if you hold yourself accountable to the budget, if you hold yourself accountable to the savings, if you hold yourself accountable to what you allow to go out, right? Go out, and what you allow to stay in, man, I don't know if I said that enough for y'all to bite that and get that and chew that and deposit that, but that was good. And that's the reason why so many people continually get, let me see what she said if I finish. Accept a good little trick, kind movement, etc. Eat, etc. for a moment, a little good to get sucked back in. Right, and get sucked back in the pit again. Okay, so have you ever been like, if I had $20 more a week, I would make it, right? And then you look back and you're like, dang, I actually make $100 more a week, but I'm still in the same cycle. Why? Because you keep doing the same thing. So yeah, I'm gonna leave that alone because I think I tore that up, but hopefully y'all got it. Amber, I tore that one up. Okay, so nobody put in the prompts, nothing. Amber didn't put nothing in the prompts over here on Facebook or YouTube. Okay, so let me see. So I'm gonna be bold enough. I'm gonna put one in there. So let me see what I'm gonna put in there. Let's see which one I'm gonna pick. I'm going to do number 4. Shifts in trust or broken connections. That is really a good one. Because a lot of times we allow relationships that we know have ended, and we sit and we mourn over relationships that's ended, and we shouldn't mourn over relationships that ended. We're supposed to learn from every relationship. Even the relationships that hurt us, we're supposed to learn from. Your boss, if you have a boss that's a butthead, you should be learning something from that butthead, right? If you have any person that's in your circle that's smarter than you, you should be learning from. And if somebody is not as smart as you, you should be learning from them too. Because you should be learning what you should not be doing. And I know that may sound rude, but I'm just being honest. Okay, you know what? This person is broke every Thursday, and we get paid on Friday. Every Thursday they complain that they broke. I don't want to be like that. I'm not telling you to judge them. I'm telling you this is how I don't want to be. Sometimes we see vicious cycles, and then we don't do anything about the vicious cycles, right? When we can actually make ourselves better by our surroundings. You know what? I see this thing going in my surroundings, so I'm going to do better for myself. So I don't know about y'all, but that was good for me. Okay, so where we at? So we talked about the things that could be our triggers. I gave y'all 10. I hope y'all wrote them down, and I hope you. So she said, never try those toxic past relationships ever again, no matter what game they throw at you. That's a good one, Amber. So Amber said that one thing she's going to put in the atmosphere is a trigger for her is going back to old relationships, old toxic relationships. And Amber, that is so good, and it is so true. I am a believer of forgiveness. But once you show me who you are, that really is who you are. And I hate to say that because of the simple fact that there are so many people who hate me. And I'm going to use the word hate because they can't stand me, right? There's a lot of people who still to this day do not like me as a person. So I understand what you're saying, Amber, but it saddens me that they still hate me as a person, but you're hating the child that I was. When I used to be a fighter, I was a child. When I used to be so mean, I was a child. But now I'm an adult. And so I'm not the same child. I'm not the same person that 20-year-old was. I'm not the same mindset that 20-year-old person was. And so I get what you're saying, Amber. Yeah, old relationships, I don't go back. And you know what's so good? Oh, this is so good. I want to say this part too. I am not mad at anybody who don't want to have a new relationship with me. Okay? I am not even upset with them because I was mean. I put them hands on folks. I get it. I get why you don't want another relationship with me. And I get why you don't trust me. And I understand that. So you know what, Amber? I'm going to leave that where that's at. And that is a very good point. But I am going to say that there are people who do mature and there are people who do change. And that's where that discernment has to come in at. There is nobody who I personally ever dated that I want to go back and date again. Let me start over. There's nobody who I ever dated who cheated on me that I ever want to go back and date again. Clarification. There isn't. And so I do understand that people change. I do understand that just like me, I'm 50 now, and they're 50. They all are 50 now, and they're probably, maybe they don't cheat anymore. But guess what? You, like Amber said, I don't want to find out. I don't want to find out if you're still a cheater. Guess who don't want to know? That's me. I don't want to know. So I get what you're saying, Amber. Hey, this is a relationship that me and you had. And the relationship that me and you had, you broke that relationship up. And for that reason, I no longer want to be in that relationship. If you made amendments, then that's not a you problem. Okay. So now, have I really apologized to everybody who I done fought and all the bad things I done done to people? No, I have not. I have forgiven myself. Amber, you heard me, Amber. I done forgave myself. So, but the first thing you do to heal is you first do. I don't know why I can't ever say her name. I'm not even gonna try it. but she's always on here. Hey, boo. Okay, so what was I gonna say? Look at Amber laughing at me. So, Amber, don't laugh because I made me forget my thought. Oh, so the first part of healing, changing is first you have to acknowledge what you need to change, and then once you decide that okay, this is a problem that I do have a problem. I have a problem with unspoken memories. Okay, so write that down. And so how do you? Oh, you know what? I actually wrote us one because y'all know I'll be everywhere. Hold up, I wrote us one. Let me get it. So I wrote releasing, feeling unseen. Okay, y'all ready? So if you wrote releasing, feeling unseen, why do you need to recognize it? Because feeling unseen creates quiet resentment. Did you get it? Feeling unseen creates quiet resentment. It shapes how you show up. It makes you show up smaller, quieter, and more guarded. You know, I'm going to add to that too. Why I didn't write on that. It actually makes you more aggressive. You kind of quiet, but then you actually more guarded. So if you feel threatened, then now you're aggressive. Why do you want to fix it? Because you want to acknowledge that this feeling is real to me and it's affecting me. And when you acknowledge that something is affecting you and hurting you, it doesn't make you belittle yourself. It makes you stronger in yourself because you're changing it. And how do you release it? You stop waiting for others to validate you. You don't need validation, Amber. You don't need validation, Liliana. You don't need validation, Roar. You don't need validation, I don't know, Tiffany. You don't need validation from anybody else. You don't need it. And when you realize that you don't need validation from somebody else, that's where the confidence, y'all know this is called the confidence pocket. That's where the confidence come in. I can walk in my boldness because I do not need validation from anybody else. And that is so good all by itself. Where is that? Where we at? Let's see. Affirmation. Oh, affirm yourself daily. Guys, y'all know behind me on my wall is affirmations. I am amazing. I am wonderfully made. I am loved. I am valuable. I do affirmations every single day. Do y'all know how hard it is as a mother? I just dropped my son back off at the hospital right now. Do you know how hard it is as a mother to have a sick son? To try to do life with a sick child, to try to act like, come on here and be like, oh, life is great. You know how that feels as a mom? It's draining. It's heartbreaking. It's sleepless nights. It's worry. It's so many things. And so when I tell you affirmations are amazing, I am more than a conqueror through Christ. I forgive quickly and I love freely. I set healthy boundaries and am rooted in God's wisdom. I embrace change as part of God's refining process. I seek wisdom and God's granted to me generously. When I tell you I am a lover of affirmations, everything that I make because I use it. My book, Take Your Life Back. I wrote this book because it helped me take my life back when I was spiraling out of control, when I first left my first husband, when I felt abandoned, when I had so many emotions going on in my life at the time, still trying to be a mother, still running a childcare center, still everybody thinking like, oh, she's Rachel. I'm drowning. And I am telling y'all all of this, and I'm being so open because y'all need to know that just because you can be amazing and still drowning. You can still get up every morning, go to work and be great and still be drowning. You're not the only person that has a great job and still feel worthless. You're not the only person who has the wife, the family, the cars, the house, and still feel like you don't have enough. You're not the only person. There's many people out there who have arrived at what they thought was arriving and still don't feel like they have arrived. And that's why I come on here all the time, because I want you to understand. I want you to know that you are not alone. That you are not alone. But then there's people out here who don't have any children. There's people who are struggling out here. There's people out here who don't know when they're going to eat and if their bills are going to be paid. It's hard to try to put a chipper personality on dealing with real emotional, and it is, Amber. It is so hard to get up every day and be this strong person when emotionally you do not want to be. And that's why I am an advocate of everything that I do. That's why I show up to the podcast. That's why I show up to Confidence, my Confidence community. That's why I show up to the devotionals. That's why I create this journal. There is 50 affirmations in the back. You know why? Because I am not the only person that needs to be affirmed. You can deny it if you want to, but there's days when you just don't feel like, when you don't even feel worthy. There's days when you just don't feel like you can get through. There's days when you don't feel like I can make it no more. There's days when you want to give up. And you know why I am able to continue even when I don't feel like it? Because I have a whole book of I ams. I have my planner that I do my scriptures in, that I have a whole thing of scriptures that I read to myself. I have the affirmations that I read to myself. And that is how I continue when I do not want to continue. Okay. And so I think I done went through everything and I had 26 minutes. Okay. Good job, Big Pens. Good job. And so I'm going to let y'all listen to my song before we go out. And I'm going to, the things that you have to do and think that, hold on, let me read that slower. That's the things you have to do, thinking even the little things to be thankful for. Girl, it's the little dots that you have on there. I'm like, huh? Okay, so she said, that's the things that you have to do and thinking even the little things that you're thankful for. And that's so true. You know what, Amber? I don't know. I think when we did the thankful days, when was it, 3 weeks ago? That's a true statement. When you decide to be thankful, even in the midst of your storm, like it's really hard to dwell on depression when you start thinking about the thankfulness. Oh God, I'm so thankful that I woke up this morning, because some people didn't, right? I'm thankful that I have a car. It might not be the car, my dream car, but I'm so glad I have a car, because I remember last year I didn't have a car. I'm so glad I have gas in my car, because there was a time when I couldn't put gas in my car. I am so glad that I'm able to eat lunch and eat what I want to eat for my lunch, because there was a time when I couldn't eat what I wanted to eat for my lunch. Like when you really start just being thankful, it start outweighing all the other things. You say I can't put my words into text. Don't worry about it, boo. I still read it. You just start being thankful about all the things that you are thankful for, and it start outweighing all the negative things. I could sit here and just cry about my son's sickness, but I am so glory to God that he's 25, and he still has life. I'm so thankful for every breath, every time I'm able to hold his hand, every time I'm able to talk to him. So I still have so much to be thankful for. And so that's the reason, that's what keeps me going. Yes, girl. Glory to God. So this is the song that I made for us.
Felt wrong. Moments when plans didn't go as designed. Times I felt unseen and out of line. Connection shifting quietly away. Comparing my steps made colors fade. Old thoughts stacking quietly in my mind. Habits from years that were left behind. A clear mind forming gently in me. Roots fading as I choose clarity. My thoughts lifting the brighter scenes. Breath by breath I find new peace. A steady path unfolding in view. Light showing me something new. A calm renewal rising inside. Guiding me forward in quiet stride. I'm releasing what no longer fits me.
I release what no longer fits me.
Freely, step by step I rise calmly. This is my flow, steady and easy. A softer mind, a clearer pace. I walk ahead in quiet grace.
So I had other words in there, but I did it through AI, and AI refused to use some of my words. They said they was inappropriate. I don't know which words was inappropriate, but okay. So yeah. Due to the fact that we can't use other people's music, so I decided to make my own. Yes, Amber, you know, girl, I do not play, baby. I do not play. I will make me some stuff, okay? And so I want to, if you found this show, if it worked, if it helped you, if you understood what I was saying, if you understood about recognizing recognizing what it is, if you understood about releasing it, and if you understood how you rise above it when you're able to recognize it and release it, make sure you go to YouTube or Facebook and you share it with somebody, so it'll help them as well. Unspoken memories and plans, that I think we did that one already. So we're gonna recognize it, we're gonna release it, and we're gonna rise from it. And this is a season to shift. So I think we went over every note that I have. You say I'm singing it. I am going to post it on Facebook tonight. I'm going to post it on YouTube tonight. So it'll be on YouTube, Amber. I might post it in our confidence group too. I'm going to post it on YouTube tonight before I go to bed. And then probably in the morning, I'll put it in our group so you can listen to it. But yes, it's a pretty nice little beat. I can't sing. And I took my little time and I put my little words together, and they was like, these are inappropriate words. And I was like, what words are inappropriate? Oh, Lord, I didn't put somebody on here, child. I don't know who I didn't add it to the live, child. I don't know. I done did something, y'all. I have no idea. All right, guys. So we're about to go. I don't know what I done did over here. I don't even know how to take it off. It's a big something. Child, I don't know what TikTok done did. Okay. So as usual, thank y'all for tuning in on this amazing Tuesday. I hope y'all got some great nuggets. And I would like to know, girl, I don't know what I did on TikTok, y'all. It's doing something. It got a whole nother screen up here. Child. I think I done invited somebody to the show. I done invited somebody to the show, y'all. I don't even know who that is. They didn't click themselves off, child. I don't know what I did. Okay. Y'all know this going on pot on what am I doing? I'm doing too much. I will see y'all manana. Amber, I will see you tomorrow, Ladybug.
Thank you for joining us today, the Confidence Women Podcast. Remember, your confidence is rooted in God, not in circumstances. Keep shining, keep believing, and keep walking in your confidence. Until next time, stay blessed and stay bold. And remember, share the podcast. Sharing is caring.